everyone and welcome to the channel, and today I am going to be reacting to some Am I the Arsehole Reddit threads. I've picked out a few and we're just going to be reading through them now and deciding whether they're the arsehole or they're not. Am I the arsehole for moving out alone and not with my stepsister and lying about where I'm going to college? Immediately, we'll give our first opinion off the bat. I would say yes, if I had no context behind it, because I feel like lying isn't the right thing to do, but we also don't know the situation. But immediately I'd say yes, you're the arsehole. But let's start reading. My dad and stepmom were both widowed when me and my stepsister, 18 female, both of them, were 5. They met a year later and became widowed parent friends, which I always believe they started dating like a year after my mum/stepsister's dad died, but they don't want to be honest and say they moved on too fast, especially when they had kids. So we'd all hang out together during the day and we'd have late nights at each other's houses for a couple of years. Even back then I struggled to get along with my stepsister. She was always a sensitive kid. She was shy, quiet, very delicate to any kind of negativity or being corrected. I'm quiet and introverted, so similar, but I was supposed to be her best friend, said my dad, and to be gentle with her, be there for her, help her with stuff, make her laugh. It was annoying back then, and when my dad and stepmom admitted they were dating, I really hated that I was now stuck with her. I mean, immediately, it's a bit rude. She's obviously been through stuff, as yourself has been through stuff. If your dad's saying be there for her, I mean, I don't have any step siblings. I've got a brother, but I don't know. Immediately, I'm saying it's a bit rude, especially I hated now being stuck with her, but I've never been in this situation, I guess. She stuck to me in school and would track me down and follow me around. My dad told me I should love having a sister my age. I told him I didn't. He told me to think about how great it could be. I told him I wanted to spend time with my friends without her. He said she was my best friend. I mean, I understand, yeah, you want to spend time with your friends, but at the same time, if she's not, like, able to make friends or struggling to, you should be there for her and, like, allow her to hang around with you. She never could make her own friends. She's very hard to get close to. She hardly talks. She'll talk if it's just us, but it's so painful. She never wants to do anything and just follows me around. There were times I would leave and go spend time with friends, and she'd cry, and I'd get into trouble for leaving her. I'm someone that has struggled to make friends, and if I had a sibling my own age, that would be like the best thing. So from the stepsister's perspective of like she doesn't have any friends, she's quite introverted. I kind of understand that, and maybe instead of just trying to push her away, help her, get friends if you can. Then our half siblings were born. Oh, some more siblings. I don't think this person will be very happy with that. And it was a shit show. There we go. I love my half siblings. It was clear I love them, but not my stepsister. I don't understand what the issue with stepsister is. She's a bit clingy, and I really think that's the only issue. But she's struggling to make friends, and I don't know. My stepmom made that a very big deal and told me I shouldn't love my siblings, some siblings more than others. I should love everyone. She also accused me of turning my half siblings against my stepsister, but she never wanted to play with them or speak to them. Yet she would get upset when they favoured me too. But mostly she hated that I favoured them to her. I never wanted to spend time with her, I always was forced to. It showed. That didn't help. Family therapy was quit after 4 months because my dad and stepmom didn't like that so much focus was being put on helping my stepsister branch out instead of helping us come together as sisters. So they went to family therapy, didn't work out, and I don't understand the dad and stepmom didn't like the stepsister needing help to branch out, which is something clearly needing help. But for 2 years, my dad and stepmom and stepsister were planning for me and her to go to college together, to move out. Oh, this is where. Oh, okay. So we could travel at the same time and settle in together. I made plans behind the back with my grandpa, and against their wishes, I moved out in June and moved in with my grandpa for the summer. And I'll be starting community college in his town when school starts back up. My dad finally found out. He and my stepmom were already pissed I moved out without my stepsister, and now they're pissed we won't be in the same school. Dad was pissed I lied to him for 2 years. I told him he left me with no choice. Am I the arsehole? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I'd say, I don't know. It's the fact you lied. You lied to your dad. I mean, they didn't really give her a choice. They didn't give her a choice in the fact that when they were discussing college, it seemed to be they were prioritizing the stepsister and not really listening to what this person wanted. I mean, it's your future, I guess. Do what you want. So yeah, it's a tough situation. I feel like the parents could have done a lot better in this, but also I don't understand the whole not liking her. I'm not quite sure, but in overall, I'd say you're not the arsehole because it is your future, it's your decision, your choice. But maybe you could have gone about it better and like told your dad maybe had a real heart to heart with him conversation. I'm saying this, but I can't even have one in my mind. But yes, sat him down, had to have a heart to heart, tell him how you're feeling, and then work from there. But I understand the dad being pissed at you for lying to him for 2 years, because if I lied to my mum for 2 years, she'd be mad. But yeah, you're not the arsehole, I wouldn't say. The parents needed to do better in that and not like put, you know, they needed to deal with the stepsister and not you, and help her work through whatever she needed help with. But yeah, that was interesting. I uploaded a video yesterday about just a life update talking about why I've not been uploading and a few things of what's been going on in my life. It's quite a negative video, and I did promise to be uploading, and this promise I'm keeping. I just wanted to say, if you want to check that video out with some backstory explanation, feel free. If not, let's just continue reading about some arseholes, or not arseholes, should I say. Am I the arsehole for not giving the role of father of the bride to both my dad and stepdad? So she could have either given it to a stepdad and not her real dad, or to her dad and not her stepdad. I mean, I guess it's your wedding, your choice. So immediately I'd say not the arsehole. Parents divorced when my siblings, right, so they're 32, 30, 29, and she was the youngest, 27. I was a newborn when they separated. For context, my dad never remarried, but he had two long-term relationships since then. One when we were younger kids. His current partner he met when we were in our teens. Mum and my stepdad married when I was 5. Our parents shared equal custody of my siblings and me. We were closer to our dad than our mum and or our stepdad, not because dad was a Disney parent or because he didn't have rules, but dad was more of a nurturer and we had a closer relationship with him. We still love mum, but it wasn't the same. I believe at times my stepdad had trouble coming to terms with us being so close to dad and not as close to him or mum. I mean, I don't really think that's a place, that's something for him to say. It's not really his place to say about how close you are to each parent, and I feel like that's a part of the probably him being jealous of the dad, maybe thinking he was going to be the new dad. I'm just hypotheticalizing. I'm not sure, but yeah, they're closer with the dad. I mean, I'm closer with my mum. I'm not very close with my dad, and it's just things that happen. Right now, I'm assuming that the stepdad don't become the bride. Stepdad don't become the father of the bride, and if she's closer with her dad, that is absolutely perfectly fine. There were times we felt some jealousy and maybe even resentment about it. There we go. As an adult, I can sort of understand, especially if he loved us like we were his. I didn't actually think about that. And yeah, it would be hard for the stepdad, but at the same time, the dad is still in the picture. It may be hard for you, but it's something that he would have had to, work through and get over. Especially if he loved us like we were his. Though I also think it should always be a positive when kids have a good biological parents. There we go. And a step parent isn't needed to fill that role for a missing parent. That is accurate. It's less trauma for the kids. I agree. When I was 10, Dad was involved in a bit of an accident. For a year, we couldn't live with him because he was on life support. Jesus. Then in rehab, working on recovery. During that year, my stepdad really did try to fill the role of only dad. He and mum already had a child together at this point, but he was focused more on my siblings and me. He was really good to us, and I told him a few years ago I appreciated that he didn't resent us being there all the time, but he resented that at the end of that year he hadn't solidified himself as dad to any of us. You can't be mad about that. The dad is still in the picture. He's the biological father. They have a relationship with him. It's nothing you can be mad about, really. We weren't magically so much closer. Dad was still our number one. When most of my siblings were in college, but I was still at home, my stepdad became a little more angry and a lot more resentful of my dad because dad was their go-to person to call. I also chose to live full time with dad at that point. I mean, yeah, you're gonna be upset, but at the same time, it's the kid's choice. Well, the problem today, I'm the last of my siblings getting married. My sister has had dad as the only father of the bride for her wedding. Now I ask just dad too. My stepdad was quiet about my sister's wedding, but he's spoken up this time and he told me he couldn't understand why I didn't ask them both. He said he did just as much as my dad, and for an entire year he was the only father any of us had. My mum, who weighed in a couple times, said I was so young when my stepdad and her got married that it made no sense to see him as less of a father. They told me that even if I asked, he told me that even if I asked now, it wouldn't hold them the same genuine recognition and appreciation for my stepdad. But my stepdad wanted me to know how thoughtless he considered my choice. Am I the arsehole? I can understand from the stepdad's perspective of like it being hurtful, but maybe there's a possibility of you like involving him in the wedding in another way, or like if there's a father daughter dance, doing a second one for him possibly, or just including him. Maybe if you don't want him to walk you down the aisle, maybe you just maybe include him in another way, to make him feel better. Because I wouldn't want I wouldn't want someone who's part of my family to feel feel bad and feel excluded. No, I don't think you're the arsehole. But we'll move on to the next one. Will I be the arsehole? This is a different one. For reporting a friend, in quotation marks. Immediately I'd say yes. Possibly. Let's go for yes. Because we have no context. They're your friend. Why are you reporting them? Okay, let's read. My mum was recently in the hospital and will have a nurse come visit. I only told a few close friends because I'm extremely private. I got a few texts today from someone I don't really consider a friend, but more an associate. Like we talk on holidays and birthdays and see each other once a year. Then I'd say arsehole. No, not the arsehole, because they're not really a friend. I don't really know what's happened yet, but poor them. Their mum is in hospital. Right, these are the texts. Text 1, your mum is getting home healthcare, question mark. Text 2, I work for a healthcare company and I saw your name and hers, laughing emoji. Yes, she put that emoji. Immediately, no, you're not the arsehole, they're the arsehole. Text 3, is she okay, question mark, exclamation mark. I did not respond because I was so taken aback. Is this some kind of violation? Would I be the arsehole if I reported it? Am I overreacting because sometimes I'm dramatic? Edit, we used to be close friends about 10 years ago and stopped speaking. We started speaking again like 2 years ago, and since then we've seen each other 2 times. Once last year and once this year. We text on holidays and birthdays, and not really outside of that. We don't have personal conversations. I mean, immediately, yes, they're the arsehole because like in it like a violation to in they're working in the healthcare industry. You're not meant to share information about your patients. So I mean, if you reported them, they'd probably lose their job. I mean, if that's something that if you don't mind losing that connection and you feel, yeah, they shouldn't be doing that. You won't be the arsehole for reporting a friend. Especially the laughing emoji was the worst. That's like the most inappropriate thing you could send. Let's say you work for a healthcare company and then your friend's mum is getting home healthcare, a home nurse to come in. Obviously, it's for a not a positive reason, and you send a laughing emoji. It's a prick move. Prick move. It's also like, well, she's done this to you. What if there's someone else? Is she just going to keep doing this? It's not her place to say, like, oh, what's up? You choose who you tell. And also, like, if your mum didn't want you to know and you just got a message and now you're worried, they don't know where your mum lives compared to you. But anyway, yes, no, you wouldn't be the arsehole. Yes, they are the arsehole. Yes, you should report them. I'm enjoying these. Let me know if you want to see another video like this, because I find them pretty entertaining. Will I be the arsehole for getting my family deported? Jesus. Immediately I would say yes, because it's your family. Let's read on though. I know I'm probably not, but I don't know what to do. I'm 15, live in a 3-bedroom house, and 8 others living here, 9 in total. 3 bedrooms is 3 per bedroom. I mean, someone could live in the living room. I mean, it could work. For them being supposedly family. Up until 9 months ago, it was just me, mum, and 2 sisters. My 49 female, my mum's 49 female, not my mum though, said she would bring a cousin over from Africa, and if I was okay with it. Then all of a sudden, 4 grown adults and 1 young adult appear in my house. I no longer have a bedroom, and they don't do anything right. They weren't looking for jobs, cooking every day, doubling the electric bill. I have to hide food like it's a care home because they don't know how to share. Jesus. They've broken the showers 3 times a week after it was fixed, so I haven't had an actual shower for 7 months. One of them stole my diary of 2 years, still can't find it. I was in the hospital for 3 days due to headaches, which were likely caused by stress. I can't go in the living room because 2 guys were sleeping in there. I can't even use the bathroom when I want without it being occupied. They wake up at 7 AM and start vacuuming like it's Africa. I mean, is that an African thing? I'm not quite sure. I don't even know the last time I slept without being waken up by someone. My mum didn't bring them here legally. Fake visas, sham marriage and stuff. What's a sham marriage? Let's Google it. Sham marriage is a fake marriage of convenience entered into without intending to create a real marital relationship. For an immigration advantage by 2 people who are not a genuine couple. She keeps saying she's looking to get more people brought over. Gee, bloody hell. Does your mum not see you're struggling? Especially this kid is this woman. No, this girl, 15. She's been in the hospital for stress. She's not been able to take a shower for 7 months. Does the mum not see the damage these people are causing? She keeps saying she's looking for a house, but the rent's too high. If I report them to the police, which I've been telling her I will do for 6 months now, it's likely she'll be arrested. Me and my sister will be put into care, and the illegal immigrants will be deported. Whoa, that's a heavy load to carry. Would I be the arsehole for getting my family deported? I mean, you've been telling your mum what stress it's been causing you, and your mum's not done anything about it. She can't afford a house. She can't afford to provide for 9 people in a 3-bedroom place. It's just not. It's not livable. It's not doable. I think that in this situation, it's looking like it's only going to get worse. So if you're willing to put up with it getting worse, which it doesn't seem like you will be, then I would say report it. It's going to be tough either way. Tough, you're going to continue, the situation in your house is going to get worse. Or you report them and then the situation will get worse. It's like a lose-lose situation. But your mum is not prioritising her close family. She's not prioritising you and your sisters. She's prioritising these people that are family, as you said. But yeah, I don't know, she's taken the risk when she's done that and not provided them with a proper place to stay. I would say you would not be the arsehole for reporting them. Hopefully you'll be able to have a bit of space again. Hopefully, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure whether your mum would go in jail, wouldn't she? Because she's like providing a home for them, but I don't know. I don't know what the legal situation is on that, but I don't think you're the arsehole because you spoke to your mum about it and there's nothing more you can do. Your situation's going to get worse, and sometimes you do got to think about you've got to think about yourself. You got to think about your sisters and the way you're growing up in this. It's not right. Anyway, this is the last one. I have enjoyed these. Let me know your thoughts on like these, whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Let me know down below. We are on to our last one. Am I the arsehole for not telling the woman I work for that I'm transgender? No, I don't. I mean, it depends what the work is, but I wouldn't say that's a necessity for you to tell someone. I guess, like, it's a personal thing. It's not. Yeah, it's not a necessity for you to tell them. It's not going to impact your job. Before I start this, it's gone. Before I start this, I want to make everyone aware that I fully medically transitioned. I've had top surgery, I've been on testosterone for almost 7 years now, and I fully pass as male. So, I'm a nanny. I sadly had a really hard time in school when I was younger due to my mental health and couldn't keep up with my schoolwork, causing me to not be able to get into college. Damn, man. That sucks. I decided instead of going to community college, I would use the money I saved for college from working to fully medically transition. It was great. I had finally felt good in my body and was truly happy for the first time. Money was scarce and I love kids, so I decided to start babysitting. I mean, if it's a passion you enjoy, I mean, that's fine. One of the first jobs was a nice single mum. Let's call her Lily. Her husband had died pretty early on in the pregnancy, so she'd been alone from the start. Her kid, let's call him Ryan, is a pretty hyper kid. And before you say, isn't every little kid hyper? No, I mean this kid is hyper. Like he is bounce off the walls hyper. So when she came home one night from a long night at work, to a peaceful, sleeping child, she was overjoyed, and she had continuously told me that is one of the main reasons she hired me. I quickly became Ryan's full-time nanny, teaching his mum how to make things like brushing his teeth or eating fun for him. She always praises me and tells me what good of a man I am, and how she's so impressed on how feminine and motherly I am to children. Oh Jesus, that must be difficult to hear. The dysphoria they must be feeling, being called like feminine and motherly. Which, yes, kind of rubbed me the wrong way. There we go. Yes, it probably hurt. I know that every once in a while comes and visits. And this past weekend, she was in town, so I decided to come visit. This isn't looking good. I feel like the mother's going to be out in this trans man. So it was a surprise when Lily sent me a Facebook post about my transition, made by my mum. Lily went off at me. She started cursing me out, calling me slurs of all kind, and telling me, oh Jesus Christ, and telling me that I should be ashamed of myself. You're not the arsehole. She's the arsehole. She told me that the only reason she hired me was because I was a man and she wanted for Ryan to have a father figure in his life. She's basically calling trans men not men, which isn't true. She continued to lecture me about how I'll always be a woman and how she can't believe she let a monster touch her child. I'm shattered. I can't believe that this woman I trusted and that was becoming one of my closest friends was a transphobic monster. I have been cut off from her and Ryan's life completely and she's blocked me on everything. Bloody hell. I mean, that is a complete overreaction and a complete, like, outrageous thing to do, calling him slurs. I admit I know it was wrong to not tell her that I was trans, but I consider that something very private due to it being something that I could get harmed for. Yeah, I mean, it's about safety, about how comfortable you feel, and it's information that no one has any right to. It's a choice that you make and a choice that, no one should force you to coming out to them. I know it's not my fault for what Lily believes, but I still feel guilty about letting Ryan live with that woman. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. It's his mother. That's not something you can get child services over. It's just an awful opinion. Yeah, and you saying, what is it you said? You saying that, and you admit you were wrong. It's not wrong for you to tell her. It's not going to impact your work in any way. And like, I mean, the mum in this situation, I guess she's done something wrong in this situation, given that she's posting without your knowledge about what on her Facebook. So I guess your mum's kind of an arsehole as well. But I mean, that's a conversation you can have with her if you feel comfortable having that stuff shared online on the internet, or if you don't, it's your choice, I say. So have a conversation with your mum. But I guess most of all, yes, the arsehole is Lily, and it's not you. You are not the arsehole. That information, you have no reason to tell anyone. But yeah. Overall, we've had, I think pretty much everyone's not been the arsehole. Yeah, I think everyone's not been the arsehole. I'm not quite sure though. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. Let me know if you want to see any more of these. We'll try and find some ones where people are the arseholes. Or just, it was a range of topics. People being transgender, people getting deported, issues with stepdads, what else? We just had a range of different topics, and we'll try and do that again next time. But yeah, I do hope you've all enjoyed this video. Back to the regular uploads, and I hope to see you in the next one. Love you all. Appreciate you lot for sticking around, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.